Hi, Scorpios. This is Genevieve with Belladonna Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I'm doing well. This is the reading for the week of October 12th through October 18th, 2020. And the year's almost over. Can you believe that? We're almost at Samhain, which is the thinning of the veil. We're almost at Thanksgiving, which is just food, and Christmas, and winter solstice, and Kwanzaa, and Hanukkah, and all these great holidays that sparkle and shine. Because Genevieve likes things that are sparkly. Okay, so I started out by pulling a card from the Spell Crafting Oracle deck. As you know, I've grown to really like this card deck. However, all good things must come to an end, and after this week, I think I'll be reading something else. The first card I get for y'all is closure. Closure can mean a lot of things. Closure means that when something ends, the door is closed, and that we know why it's ended. So this week, if something starts to end, and I believe it will be, go ahead and get that closure. Look for what the lesson is or the meaning behind it. Don't just be like, oh, well, oh my word, I am unhappy. Look for the reasons. There's a lesson in everything. There's a reason in everything. Doesn't mean we like it, but it means that we are growing from that lesson. The next card we get is Spirit Guide. This card is telling me that if you ask your spirit guides to explain to you why something closed this week, you will get that closure. Your spirit guides can provide that information for you, but you have to trust them and ask them. That's the thing about spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, whatever you want to call them. That's the thing about them. They're very, very polite, and they don't force themselves upon you, which means that you have to ask them to help you. You have to ask them to be with you. I know, and asking can be so hard because as humans, we want to do it all ourselves, and we don't like to ask people to help us or even spirit guides to help us, even though that's their job to help us. But we got to be willing to ask them to do it. Yeah, I know, just not what I want to do. And finally, we get the travel card. Now, I don't know if this card is about literal travel or astral travel or journeying spiritually. But especially when we have the crescent moon up here, because that's going to refer to spirituality. But you're going to be journeying this week. And as you're journeying, you need your spirit guides with you, and you need to find that closure. And I kind of feel like because your spirit guides were in this part of the reading, that it might be astral traveling or spiritual traveling. When you meditate or go into a trance or even dream, sometimes you're in a altered state where you might travel. I know not everybody believes in it, but I do. And I think a lot of y'all might. That's up to you and in your belief system. But with the spirit guides being there, I do think this is not literal travel, but spiritual travel. So the next card we get is the moon, and it's reversed, but we're going to turn it right side up. In the moon, you've got him looking at the moon, and the moon is in constant. So this week you're in flux. You've got a lot of things changing on you. That doesn't mean it's not good, but there's a lot of things coming and going, and you're just not really sure where you're going. But on one hand, you should be celebrating these changes. See, this card's about champagne and female energy celebrating. And that's a good card. And then this card, the Tower, says that there's radical change happening. So I think that with what we got oracally and what we got tarot, you're going to have some serious changes happening, but your spirit guides are going to be there to help you get that closure you need and help you through it. They're going to lift you up when it seems overwhelming. And it's actually something to celebrate, not mourn about. But it's really hard sometimes when you're in the midst of something to realize that there's a celebration here. And go ahead and get your lessons, get your closure, because you're going to come out ahead. And on the other side, it'll be so much better. So now we're going to look at my crystal ball. And I picked the pink crystal because that's about healing and about love. And I think we need that right now. I see a bunch of crystals, like quartz, and that tells me that you have protection around you. The quartz is there to protect you, and you can actually, I would even get a small piece of quartz and carry it with you this week so that you're protected during this time of change. I see a butterfly. Once again, that's transformation and time of change. So, as this transformation is taking place, it's positive. You went from being a caterpillar to being a great butterfly, a beautiful butterfly, because this one was red and orange. So, you went from being a caterpillar, who might be green, to being a beautiful red and orange butterfly. But you've got to get out of that cocoon. And so that's why this change is happening, so that you can be the best Scorpio you can be. Okay, y'all, if you want to do a private reading, send me a text or give me a call on 405-512-9400. And if not, I'll see you in a few.